Good afternoon, it's Pastor Marty from the Afternoon Drive greeting you on National Atheist Day. Yeah, April 1st, Fool's Day. I know. All right, I won't get theological. We'll keep this on pop culture and politics. Well, I haven't said anything about this, so I thought it was time to do a video on this. Apparently, Barbara Bush, former First Lady, who died at the age of 92, is blaming Donald Trump. No, I kid you not. Every day, the lying legacy corporate corrupt media, which really isn't just fake news, it's just propaganda. It's deep state propaganda. It's leftist propaganda. It's just propaganda. And the never-Trumpers and the whiners and rhinos and everybody else who hates Donald Trump and blames him for everything, now they're going to go ahead and blame him for the death of Barbara Bush. Well, Barbara kind of insinuates it in her new autobiography that the angst that she has toward this vile man, it just took its toll on her heart. Okay. How about the fact that you lived your entire life being kind of, well, an evil little witch took its toll on your heart? Oh, was that a little too hard to say? See, I'm getting sick and tired of not great people being propped up as great people. I've had it with Meghan McCain going on The View and talking about her great father and everybody loved him. Well, apparently not everybody loved him because he failed not just once, but twice to become the president. He failed once to get the nomination. George Bush took it from him. And when he finally did get the nomination, he couldn't beat Barack Obama. So, you know what? When Meghan McCain says, my dad was a great man and people loved him. Well, apparently more people love Donald Trump because he actually beat Hillary Clinton to be something that your daddy never became, the president. That said, Barbara Bush says even back in the 1980s and 90s, according to one of her diary entries, which is part of this autobiography, she saw Donald Trump as, quote, greedy and ugly. Really? Did you and your husband feel that way when you were going to special fundraising dinners where Donald Trump was present and you were hitting him up for campaign donations? The absolute outright hypocrisy of these people. The Bush family, Prescott Bush, selling weapons to Adolf Hitler. George Herbert Walker Bush, and what he was doing at the CIA. His role in the Kennedy assassination. No, you heard me. His role in the Kennedy assassination. Becomes the vice president under Ronald Reagan. An attempt is made on Ronald Reagan's life. And after that, Nancy Reagan would never allow Ronnie, as she loved to call him, to be alone with George Bush. Now, that's not just rumor or fabrication. That is verified. Many of the Secret Service, many of the people of the inner loop of Ronald Reagan talk openly that President Reagan was never to be left alone with George Herbert Walker Bush, as per orders from Nancy Reagan. So Barbara Bush is evil and corrupt because she knows all of this. She has covered for all of this. George H.W. Bush using his position of power and influence and able to blackmail others and make them do what he wants is why hopeless alcoholic George Bush eventually got himself straightened around, became a governor, a baseball owner, and the president. Oh, and he got Jeb off of the fact that he would have been tried and convicted of being a drug dealer while in college. Another one of those, how did this guy get into college to begin with? She was asked before she died if she was still a Republican. She said, no, I can't be. because of Donald Trump. Now, what was it that Donald Trump did that was so bad and so awful to the Republican Party? Oh, he pulled them away from the globalism that the Bushes had led the Republican Party in. Barbara Bush had been making several comments and statements about the fact that the Republican Party is no longer what her family had made it be. Globalist. No, Trump has taken them back to what they were under people like Abraham Lincoln. Yes, Lincoln freed the slaves, but Lincoln fought to restore the Union. Why? America first. America first. We're going to take care of things here before we worry about out there. The exact polar opposite of the Bush dynasty. Intrude all over the world. Start proxy wars everywhere on this planet, Mr. ex-CIA George Herbert Walker Bush, Mr. War on Terror W, trying to inflict freedom, and I know that's a terrible way to word that, but inflict freedom or your version of it in areas and on sovereign people that didn't ask for it, weren't in the streets demanding it. You became imperialistic and you dragged us into wars that are still being fought. You weaponized the deep state. You weaponized our intelligence agencies. And you gift-wrapped and handed to Barack Obama the absolute mechanisms through the Patriot Act, through the spying on of Americans, for Barack Obama to take it even farther than you did and truly weaponize the government against American citizens. This is the legacy we're left by the Bushes. And Barbara feigns this. I don't know why Donald Trump is changing all that. The real reason you hate him, the real reason you were in shock that he got elected, you knew that not only would he just undo all of the Obama stuff, but the longer he sat in that Oval Office, he would find out just how absolutely corrupt your son and husband were. And he would start tearing down their legacies too. Again, evil men being propped up as great men. Like when Meghan McCain keeps talking about her great daddy, and people loved him more than they loved Donald Trump. Well, maybe not, because he never actually became president and Donald Trump did. But Barbara Bush, I'm not a Republican anymore. I can't align myself with Donald Trump. What, you can't align yourself with Make America Great Again? Can't align yourself with closing the border and doing what we need to do down on that southern border so we can maintain our sovereignty? And of course, the liberal media, they just love this. Look, a prominent Republican that hates Trump. No, they never really were Republicans. They're globalists. That's all the Bush family is. And they're as corrupt as the Clintons. They're two different sides of the exact same coin. That's it. That's my rant for today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you get my next rant, and please share these videos. Help the word get out about this channel. Thank you.